want to show y'all something today. Something that I'm very proud of. Something that took me a long time to finish. Something that took me too long to finish. But also something that saved me a lot of money. So in a prior video, I talked about my summer project being that I was building a patio. I want to show you guys that patio today. I also had this big idea that I was gonna walk around with a gimbal and I suck. I could not control that gimbal whatsoever. So I've laid my gimbal on the table, and I'm just gonna talk to y'all here. I'm also fully aware that this is not the best sounding microphone, but it does a really good job of eliminating some of the sounds outside. So I have neighbors that are outside. I got kids that are outside. I'm hoping that those aren't too loud. But I just want y'all to know that I am fully aware that this is not the normal audio quality that you guys are used to. But it's good enough, so get over it. This is where the old patio used to be. There's my grill. I love that grill. I used it so much more than I thought I would. So Paris was really the one that initiated this project. I wanted a patio, but I didn't want a patio enough to start this big project. But she did, and I'm down to challenge myself. And honestly, it is nice to have a patio to be able to entertain guests, have fireplaces, be able to grill somewhere. We have people over at our house all the time, so it's certainly an asset. So back in May, we had a company come out and give us a quote on how expensive it would be for them to do the job themselves. That means they would have to jackhammer, tear out the old patio that was there that was cracked, and build a new support beam for the roof, and put in the entire back concrete patio. So they told me that that was going to be $18,000. 15,000 of that was labor costs, and I thought that was absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It was going to be a 3-day project. It was only going to take 3 days. No. So I decided to do it myself, which is an intimidating big project to take on. My dad does a lot of handiwork, and he even told me that he tries to stay away from concrete. But good thing I have a pretty awesome father-in-law. Shout out Jamie. Jamie had done some of this work before, and he was a huge help, not just in helping me understand the job that needs to be done, but also in connecting me with people in the Toledo area who offer really good material costs. So because of Jamie, I ended up saving even more money than I expected. I also want to add that $18,000 was not including the retaining wall that I ended up putting in. Ridiculous. Real quick, I don't want to spend the entire video telling you how I did this. If you want to figure out how to do it, watch a bunch of tutorials on YouTube like me. But first off, we had to jackhammer out the old patio that was there. In order to jackhammer and get that old concrete out, I had to create a temporary support beam.
Oh, you see that?
Which was scary, because if I built that improperly, there was a chance that the roof would collapse, and that's not a good thing. Glad we're on the same page. It took me about 4 hours to jackhammer it out, which is probably 4 times longer than it should have taken. And I was in a lot of pain after that. That's not good for your blood circulation. After we did that, we put the wooden forms in, and probably the biggest challenge to putting the wooden forms in was being able to build it up high enough. So the first couple times I bought the wrong stakes because they just weren't tall enough, and I had to build up the back of the patio higher than what I thought I would in order to keep it at the right slope. I actually did end up doing it wrong the first time, and Jamie had to come call me an idiot. I'm just playing. He probably did, but all in good heart. And then after that, I got that done pretty easily. And then the next big project was bringing in the rock to be able to build up the foundation and create a really good base. So I have pretty small entrance into my backyard. So we couldn't bring in a truck to dump it. We had to wheelbarrow 20,000 pounds of rock into my backyard in order to lay the base. And then after we got that into the backyard, I rented. I don't have that kind of money to buy a compactor. I rented a compactor to make sure that the rock was compacted, do exactly what a compactor should do. And after that was good, we really just had to schedule a time for the concrete truck to come in, make sure that we had a finisher come along, and that was kind of a pain because Jamie knew a guy. He was supposed to show up. He did not show up, but he ended up having one of his friends come along. So there was a big, I want to say bonanza. That's definitely not the right word. A fiasco. That's the word I was looking for. There was a huge bonanza at my house. No, there was a fiasco trying to figure out who was going to finish the concrete. Because we had already had the concrete delivery set up, and this was the night before. But anyway, guy shows up. He's awesome, very professional, got the job done. And we had to wait a few days for it to dry, got it cut. And then the last thing that I had to do was build the retaining wall, which was actually a lot of fun. The first layer was pretty monotonous because you had to make sure that every single brick was laid properly, laid flat, laid completely parallel to the other. And then once you got that first layer done, the rest was cheese. It was cheese. It was easy. It was fun. And then we put the rock. We bought some rock to put between the brick and the concrete. I think it looks really good. So, yeah. Now, the project that I'm working on is building an outdoor table, and I'm working on that with me and my buddy Ian. Shout out Ian, helping me out with the woodworking stuff. I don't think I'm gonna do any videos about that. I don't think so. But having a project is really rewarding. Challenging yourself to do something that you're uncomfortable with, that you have to gain the knowledge, and then actually execute something that forces you to think about what you're doing, and not just the physical labor of it all, but the actual planning part, I'd say, is the challenging part for me. What it would have costed for me to complete the patio and the retaining wall. The retaining wall was actually going to cost me like $3,000 if I had somebody come in and do it. I did that myself as well. So it could have costed me $21,000 to have this entire patio put in. It only costed me about around $5,000, maybe a little bit less than $5,000. Let me go on a quick rant right here, and then we'll shut this video down. Outdoor patio sets are a huge waste of money right now. There's a huge trend in outdoor patio tables where it's this thin sheet of metal, and they're barely 100 pounds, and they're trying to sell me those for like $600, $700, $800. No, that thing's gonna blow away. Outdoor furniture is way too expensive. We ended up getting our outdoor furniture, this love seat. I don't know if you call that a love seat. It's like a couch, whatever. It's like an outdoor couch. I don't know what you call it. 2 chairs and a coffee table type thing. We ended up getting it for like 300 some bucks at Big Lots because there was a big sale going on. I love Big Lots. Big fan of Big Lots. Shout out Big Lots. Big Lots, if you want to sponsor one of my videos, anytime, baby, you can sponsor one of my videos. What am I doing? So yeah, I want to just encourage all y'all. If there is a project that you want done and you feel intimidated that you don't know where to start, I say go for it. Start it. And it's going to be a really rewarding process. In the comments, I want to know what your guys' favorite project is that you've done on your house. And I want to know what you guys think about the patio that I made. that does it for this video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe